Daily Broadside, Daily Bedside, day 933. Last time I was at my optometrist a few months ago. I'm trying to dial in a new prescription, because I'm getting old and things change every 5 seconds with my eyeballs. And of course, she asked me the requisite question, how often you wear your contacts? And I'm like, how often you want me to wear them? Like, what's the good answer, And I was like, till they get fuzzy. And anybody that wears contacts knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you get all that calcium buildup or whatever it is on there and you can't wash them anymore, you toss them out. Sometimes that's 3 or 4 weeks for something that's supposed to last, I think, a week. And she's like, you should try, if, you have a bunch of problems, they're getting, going bad sooner than later. I said, you should get dailies. And I'm like, all right. She's like, you could buy a 60-day or a 6-month supply, wear them for 2 days, throw them out. You got a year out of it. I'm like, I feel like you shouldn't be advocating for this, but I like the cut of your jib. And so then I was like, wait a minute. I'm almost 50. I was like, if I buy a year's supply and I wear them like I'm wearing them now, I could have a 30-year supply of contacts. I got a good shot of never having to buy contacts again. I don't think people in their 80s wear contacts, right? You just go to bifocals by then, right? So I think I might have found a circuitous way to get around the system. I'm like, so now I just got to figure out, what the expiration date on is a contact. And if it's not 30 years, I'll just freeze them, I guess. Can you freeze a contact? I don't know. But hold on to that thought because we'll figure it out, together. We'll figure it out, And then I might be onto something. Then Bosch and Lom will, get onto it in their board meetings. They'll be like, this idiot in North Carolina is on to us. He's wearing these things for 30 years. He's only paid us, a year's version of it. Of course, that's still a lot of money because contacts are like $6 a piece or some crazy crap. And you look at that thing and you're like, why do you cost so much to manufacture? I mean, we've had the technology forever. It should be cheaper, you know what I mean? But apparently it's kind of costly to make these bastards. But the other week, a couple weeks ago, I was working on a 1940 Ford Super Deluxe. Black, nice tan interior, 5,000 original miles. It's a cherry machine. However, it was a showpiece at a business and never was really driven. So the brakes were locked up, and we played hell getting those rear brakes free. But then we had to put all new brake lines on it. So I'm putting in new brake lines on this thing, and having to run the line from the splitter from the driver's side over to the passenger side, and there's all kinds of crap in the way, a bunch of coolant hoses and whatnot. And so I have to take the horn off to facilitate being able to mount the junction of the T-union to the fender well. So I take it off. It's a couple 7/16 and a half inch because, why would you build something that mounted the same item to an item with the same, bolt head? Why not make it two different ones? But I take this thing off, and it's one of these, 18-inch, high-low, double Iuga horn-looking things. They're real long, It's got this mount to it. That thing must have weighed 20 pounds. It was insane, As a way to kind of understand that, I had a bunch of 70s Ford pickup trucks. I had a couple Broncos, I had an F-250, and all those use the same thing. They got a little high-low horn like a lot of vehicles, and you buy them on there and you mount them to the core support, and they weigh like a third of a pound, But this thing was 18 pounds or something. It was just crazy how something so simply built was so overbuilt and yet easy to work on and simple at the same time. We've come so far, and plastic has a lot to do with that. And while we're talking about vehicles, because we are, if I woke up tomorrow, and I don't expect to, but if I woke up tomorrow and I was a multi-millionaire, and it's going to take a lot of millions to do what I'm about to do, this would be my dream garage. I'm going to try not to forget anything. I'm going to start with a Corvette C706, probably burgundy. I'm going to get a 0304 Terminator Cobra in cobalt blue. I'm going to get a De Tomaso Pantera. I'm going to get a 95 Cobra R with the 351, the V6 seats, no rear seat delete, no radio, no AC, just a fun motor and a manual transmission. That's all you really need. Not fast by today's standards, but a sweet-ass ride. We get a Porsche GT3 RS. I'm going to have a Ferrari F40, a Ferrari F50. I'm going to get a Shelby Daytona. I'm going to get a Factory 5 Mark IV AC Cobra replica with a built Coyote motor, 6-speed Tremec, and heated seats because, no roof. '06 Viper GTS with the blue with the white stripes. I'm going to get a GT40 Mark II 1966 with the 427. I'm going to get a matching '06 Ford GT. I'm going to get a pair of manual swapped Cyclone / Typhoons in black. Oh, that would be sweet. And we're going to turn up the boost and put some bigger tires on them. Let's see what else. A manual gated Murcielago. Let's see what else. This is so dumb. But tell me I don't have an amazing garage right now, Let's see. Is there anything else? There might be. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I could be missing something. Want to be starting something. Got to be missing something. That may be it, I guess. So there's that. So if I wake up tomorrow and I'm a multi-millionaire, because that F40 is really going to cost some money. Hell, the damn, Shelby Daytona is probably a good $15 million car since there's only like a few of them. But there's going to be signs. Let's just say there will be signs. Y'all have a good one, Giddy.